Welcome back everybody for the day number 1 of August, and that was Gen.G versus SeolHaeOne Prince taking off onto the Rift. And today we'll be joined by Subin-Yoon and Mystery and Lyra for today's analysis. Gen.G has to keep going on, and SeolHaeOne Prince, they have to uncuff their losing streak. Even when Twisted Fate and Seth was open, Gen.G took Lee Sin for the B1. With that B1 Lee Sin pick, we cannot really fully understand their intention behind this pick, but they were opening some of the OP champions over to SeolHaeOne Prince, and maybe they kind of made up their mind that it will be a lot more easier for them to just outclass them with their mechanics. Whenever they open such a OP champions, mostly teams just take it away during the scrims, and this time around, because SeolHaeOne Prince, the solo laners, especially Iksu, always go with a very consistent picks. Oh, it was not that easy for Mickey to leverage a lot of pressure inside lane as well. Let's take a look at the very early first blood that happened during the laning phase at the bottom lane. They saw the red team coming for an invade right here. It was a very ordinary playstyle coming out from SeolHaeOne Prince, but watch Ruler, how he dribbles or manipulates this lane. Then the minion starts to target the first wave of the minions, so they made them to kind of waste all the XP and gold after that invade attempt. With this wave attempt, Ezreal had earlier timing to hit level 2. So, well, usually Kalista has this level 2 timing, getting that second wave cleared, but they realized that that was not happening because of the way that Ruler manipulated the wave in the very first turn. They did hit level 2 later on, but they also already lost that trade. And it was really sharp decision coming out from Life, going in for the level 2 kill. SeolHaeOne Prince, they weren't paying a lot of attention how the main lane was going. But on the other hand, we can translate that Gen.G was really good at some of the macro over there. Moving on, in the later phase of the game, SeolHaeOne Prince did have a very clutch teamfight coming in to turn the game around. This was the playstyle that we were expecting from SeolHaeOne Prince since the spring split. Mickey activated his ultimate and then landed on the Dragon Pit. However, Gnar was looking for a stun in that brush, but he got slapped. So the engage was not that synchronized as the SeolHaeOne Prince players were planning. Because Zoe was doing such a great work to zone out Gnar, they weren't able to execute the team fight that they were dreaming. BDD, because we had such an extended team fight, he was able to rejoin this fight with his teleport back on. SeolHaeOne Prince, they were trying to fight back Gen.G with those kind of setups, but Gen.G was really clean with their skill shot and also some of the ability allocations. It's time to check out the player of the game on the side of Gen.G. Ruler on Ezreal. Over 1000 DPM, and Ruler is sitting on the first place on the DPM department here in the LCK. If Ezreal can start off with kills over here like this in such an early phase, he can accelerate his item builds and escape some of the very weak timing, such as just holding on to one tier in his inventory. Overall, this game came down to the Ruler's survival, and he was able to stay alive as long as possible, dying only once in this game, and Ruler picked up 11 votes out of 12. Which means that Clid also had some popping off moments on Lee Sin. He also made a lot of setups for Ezreal to put in a lot of damage. Now it's time to move on to game number 2, Gen.G versus SeolHaeOne Prince.
Thank you so much, G-Sun, as usual, for your exemplary translation of the analyst desk. And yeah, welcome back here for game number 2, Gen.G versus SeolHaeOne Prince. I do need to call out the media. I hope you guys were watching and
Oh, there's change, by the way.
Oh my goodness, Trigger's coming in. We've got the locks.
It's triggered.
Did you get a haircut, or is that a ponytail?
No, I think it's ponytails.
Oh, thank goodness, because his hair was like definitely his best feature.
Yeah, and also Mia is coming in instead of Secret right there. And yeah, the reason why they couldn't have the clean game is because of their bot lane, so
yeah.
It's a acceptable change. But yeah, I'm not sure if it's enough to block the carry from the Rolla right there. And also I'm wondering if they are gonna enjoy the second game as well.
Exactly.
From the Gen.G side, because
yeah.
they definitely enjoyed the first game, you know? The macro was not clean at all.
It was not clean.
No.
However, they do very much enjoy just picking Lee Sin for Clid and running around the map and having a good time, and I respect that. As here we are into the draft for game number 2. I do need to call out the media for their 1 vote for jungle for some reason.
Yeah.
That was very strange. We did get some stats. In the break, you guys saw that we had Teddy from over in the LPL, who commentates both the LPL and the LCK on the POG State for the episode that's coming up next week. And yeah, we found out some stats. And media definitely the least likely to pick the correct player of the game.
Yeah.
They don't have great stats there. So thankfully we dodged a bullet. We've had some mess ups before. Not in our opinion, but you know, in the opinion of who actually got the vote. So just to let everyone know that we're not the worst. That was basically why I was bringing this up. While I was, there were a lot of bans, as that is going to be the Red Side Heimerdinger ban.
Yeah, but anyways, I think they still have some secret picks from the SeolHaeOne Prince, especially when Trigger Mia came out last time. They showed up some incredible secret moves,
yeah,
like Morgana Pike. But they opened up Ruler's Ashe right there.
And they picked the set instead. Of course, Life was very good on the set.
Yeah.
As, yeah, this is just going to be the bottom lane lock.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like set support is that broken on the bot lane, you know? Then every set should be just fixed on the bot lane, right? It's just Life being good on that champion, so I'm not sure if this set flex pick is gonna work that well. But anyways, Senna bot lane is still great to play against Ashe and Pantheon, in theory.
Well, we'll see what they're going to pick alongside it. They could, of course, just go for Wukong and keep flexing things everywhere.
Oh yeah,
and it looks like that's where they're going to go.
I like it.
I like it too. See what Gen.G decide to go for as far as their last pick here. Could just grab BDD Zoe again if they would like to. But Twisted Fate is once again left up. And the triple global that they would have if they picked up the Twisted Fate is very scary.
Yeah, I mean, this is so weird that BDD is not picking TF actively.
Right.
It's opening. Just first place. Yeah.
Well, Lee Sin for Clid looks to be the option, and that's going to be locked away.
Yeah, and also I can expect Rek'Sai ban follow-up.
Yep. They might ban Olaf as well, but it's really hard, right? Because there's a lot of flexing going on at this particular point in time for SeolHaeOne Prince. That set could just be in the jungle.
Yeah, such a great start from SeolHaeOne Prince. I think I love those 3 picks, but also on the Gen.G side, I mean, yesterday Ashe plus Pantheon didn't look that great because of the players, but it's Ruler and Live and Ice. I even said Ruler is best Ashe in the world right now, so
I think he also might be the best Ezreal in the world right now.
Yeah,
he's just
he's
playing
just
pretty
really
good.
great. Yeah.
He's just playing really well.
He's really shaky the start of the beginning. You know?
Yeah. Well, that is Twisted Fate. Banned away here by SeolHaeOne Prince. Wouldn't be surprised to see a Galio follow, just to alleviate some of that global pressure. And Gen.G are the ones that are actually going to ban away the Galio themselves.
Yeah.
Might mean that we're just going back to a Zoe, unless it's banned right here, which I would highly expect it to be.
Or I just want to see exact same composition, team comp as Dynamics had before. Because yesterday I was commenting and I mentioned that if Gen.G had that composition, then this game might just end up
it would
in
look
like
much better.
20 minutes, you know?
Well, I would be very surprised if Zoe wasn't locked in here by BDD. A few more things on the table as well.
Oh,
yeah, Kali.
Yeah.
This is really cool because this is a genuine flex. Rascal was our, I think probably the better Akali top laner here in the LCK.
Yeah, and also
would I say best last year?
True.
Maybe. Yeah.
And they also wanna prove that this is not the champion problem, you know?
Yeah.
When yesterday Dynamics had Ashe, Pantheon, Akali, it looked pretty horrible.
It did. It looked awful. You're right. Ooh, Kuma locking away the Nidalee. Does this mean Renekton? No.
Or Gnar.
It doesn't. Blind pick Gnar. Here we go.
I mean, his Gnar performance was not great, but still fine. Decent.
I mean, it was better than any other performance.
Better than any other
so
champions
far.
that he had, yeah.
As his hair's very curly today. Maybe that's helping Ixu. As he does lock in the Gnar. So a lot of physical damage here, and we're going to be relying on Kuma having basically a Canyon performance on the Nidalee. As that's a cannon being hovered. It looks like BDD is considering the Akali for mid lane, which will be up against Set mid by the looks.
It should be easy matchup for Akali because it's not long lane for Set, who needs some long trades with auto attacks when it comes to lane.
Yeah.
So it should be really simple lane for Akali.
Should be able to utilize that Shroud pretty well too.
Yeah, it's Ghost on Mickey probably. So probably just Set mid.
Yeah, it should be Set mid.
Yeah, it should be.
I mean, they do have the option of running Set bottom lane if they want to.
Yeah.
You could also run Gnar bottom lane for some weird reason. Just try and get a little bit of extra range.
Trigger is playing Wukong, I can see.
Very interesting. Seems like Mia has been putting in a bit of extra time on the old support center. Center very flexible. I feel like she can be played sort of in a whole bunch of different ways there towards the bottom side, depending on who you are laning with. But here we go. This is going to be the get behind the kitty cat lady composition, as Kuma will be in charge of those heavy-hitting magic damage abilities. And the rest of the team will be hoping that they don't build too much armor.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it will be a struggle.
For sure, it's risky draft and really aggressive at the same time. So if they can manage to have all the game skirmishes, then they still have great chance because it's Set mid plus Nidalee.
Yeah.
In the mid jungle side. So I think
setup is really good actually.
Yeah, the setup is really great, but yeah, the problem is Gen.G has Ashe plus Pantheon on the bot lane, so let's see how it goes.
Well, there's Trigger with his beautiful hair. And there's Gen.G with all the same haircut, as we're going to start off with a little bit of a pause here this game.
Oh, long time no see.
Yeah, this happens when we get subs. Some of the time, we will get word as to who's paused this game. Mia has some settings issues. I don't know whether that will mean that Mia will now be docked a penalty.
Yeah, I think so. It should be.
Yeah, because you generally have to have all of those settings sorted out beforehand. But we shall see. I think there might have been it's not his fault situation. Something reset, something like that.
Classic.
I would suggest turning it off and on again.
Yeah, I mean,
that's what I would do.
Classic League client.
You blaming the spaghetti?
Yeah.
The spaghetti code. Well, we'll see whether our referee is going to be able to sort it out with his mask on and his gloves on. sure that we're still staying safe over here. Hopefully you guys are as well. This pandemic has certainly started to get old, but it doesn't make it any less worth respecting.
But the referee is showing the wrong way.
Yeah, I know. You got to make sure you have that mask over your nose, guys.
For sure.
Nose is important. Not as important as your mouth. Still important.
Still important.
It's as far as catching it from other people is concerned. Absolutely very important. However, everyone here is get our temperature taken every day. Still signing forms every single week. Definitely making sure we're taking things seriously. As oh my goodness, the ponytail is so majestic. Trigger's hair. I'm actually really glad we got a pause so that we could have so we could actually see that. I was so scared that he cut it, but no, it's just beautiful. I'm thinking I might grow my hair out. What do you think? Do you think I'd look cool with like? I might keep the sides the same and just go like full Vikings. Just keep growing it all the way back.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm worried that I'm like I have the frame where I just look like old biker. It's probably not good.
with sunglasses on, right?
Yeah, aviators. And I'd have to just wear leather jackets all the time, which would be terrible because I get way too hot in general. If I wore a leather jacket, it would just be a swamp. Not what you want. Anyway, let's talk about the game, I guess. The SeolHaeOne Prince set up as a group of 3 here. Wondering whether Gen.G are actually going to pay a visit to this tri-brush. Looks like the answer's no. A little bit more defensive.
Yeah, probably they're just worrying about the trading side by Gen.G side, but I don't think it's gonna happen because they have a call limit, so.
Yep, some prestige there as well. You know, better players use prestige skins. That's how that one works. Not exactly the most standard runes. Because he's up against a melee opponent, he is taking Conqueror.
Yeah, normally
here.
Normally you just pick up fleet footwork to just be fine in lane, but as I mentioned, it should be easy lane for Akali, so.
Yeah, it doesn't even need to worry.
Yeah, there is Conqueror choice. Yeah, getting denied.
Yep. Not going to be able to grab that minion, but Mia does shoot Ruler a little bit. Lights him on fire as well. His skin is so fancy. Do you think it's a little bit cheat, the skin? Because of the, like, I think the W is, like, really confusing. Is that a decent trade there from Mickey?
I mean,
the like, chain feels like it's, like, wiggling around.
Yeah, I would say Riot is making a lot of cool skins and, like, fancy skins. But at the same time, I do want, like, an option for the, like, pro players and
yeah, to be able to turn them off in the game or something like that.
Because there is so many like effects that it.
Oh, but you need to be able to show you cool skins. Is Life doing way too much damage to me here?
Oh man.
As Even hits another one. Beryl, what have you done to the LCK? As BDD dives back in onto Mickey. 5-point strike, not going to even out that trade whatsoever. As Mickey waiting for a face breaker, but BDD, if he has energy, he's definitely very scary. Mickey, that's not the Akali, and he face breaks the minions. So Clid looking to come on over, try and get some aggression, but Mickey's going to walk out, stage right, and that will be the safe option. But he's now walking all the way down towards the bottom lane. Oh, as he's actually looking for a gank. All right, we ghosting in, seeing what we can get done. As Ruler down to 200. Might need to flash, and no, the Facebreaker's going to catch him. That'll be first blood going over to the Wukong. Second blood immediately after, and it's a double kill for Trigger. That's a debut into the series, if ever I've seen one.
That was cheeky play by Mickey. And yeah, I mean, he got pushed out by Lee Sin, but I don't think anyone from Gen.G's side was expecting this kind of roam from Mickey. That was so early, but at the same time, it's typical Mickey play. Just rolling a dice and
100%.
Gamble all the plays, but that was just so great by SeolHaeOne Prince. And now, on the top side, there is a Kuma flanking.
Yeah, Kuma looking for it. Good stun there onto Ixu as he's charging up the Mega Gnar. And yeah, Gen.G have to respond with a teleport from BDD. And that is purely defensive. Not going to be able to get anything done. So Gen.G playing certainly on the back foot here in this game. Oh man, and already Ninja Tabi completed by Trigger. That's going to be very helpful in this lane.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's not end of the world, but I don't think Gen.G is going to feel great to get double killed by SeolHaeOne Prince when they have 11 losing streaks right now.
Yeah, it's not a great feeling, but no one was expecting the set coming out of the river and catching Ruler with the facebreaker. Really clean set play here from Mickey to get it all going.
So yeah, Cleed is here to protect their bot lanes. But Mickey's right here again.
Yeah, I mean, this guy's booking it. He runs in the river real quick. So just going to do a bit of a drive-by, sacrificing basically nothing when it comes to farm because BDD unable to quite shove it out quickly enough. This stage of the game, I mean, if you're looking at farm, I mean, Trigger is not having a great time, but a double kill will probably buy back a 20 CS deficit.
That is true. He already got the Ninja Tabai, so shouldn't be a problem.
Well, let's see whether Mickey can continue getting work done in this game. So far, the mid lane is looking a little bit tough. I know Set has some amazing regen, things like that, but BDD doesn't have mana. Same as Mickey. I mean, those 5-point strikes do start to add up.
The thing is, you cannot stop from BDD farming freely as Akali, you know? So Mickey, he should make another ROM or like make some great situation in the mid lane. Otherwise, BDD is just gonna carry the mid late game as Akali. And we saw how strong is BDD when it comes to him playing such a great technician champions like Akali.
Yep, well, Mickey is just gonna face check Life, who gets some Conqueror here. Throws out the E, Haymaker gonna be ignored, turret as well. This Kuma's dead. BDD gonna grab that one. Hit level 6 and grab yourself a kill is now Mickey. Oh no, the flash over, second activation of the ultimate. Perfect execution, absolutely, out of BDD as they even up the kills on the Gen.G side.
That was such a silly mistake by Kuma and
Mickey as well. I mean, I don't think it was great on his behalf either.
I mean, you know, like, just Nidalee dying at first place was not great at all, you know, and Nidalee is one of the champion who really needs to snowball. You don't pick for Nidalee. I mean, you don't pick Nidalee for late game, you know?
But this Nidalee would do work late game if he was able to get some money, right? Because,
yeah, I mean...
Because, like, there's not going to be magic resist on this Gen.G squad, so his damage will be relevant for a very long time, but not if this keeps happening.
And also, that was really great roam by Life as well.
I also like BDD going for the percentage play as well, and then flash execution. Really nicely done. As we have a look at the top lane, and Rascal's very low. Clid's going to come on over. We'll see whether that means that there's going to be some baiting. Mickey's so fast. He's just really fast.
This is such a old, classic matchup on the top side, by the way.
Oh, yeah, right?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's going back like 3-4 years.
Oh, man. Like when Cube was just smurfing on the top lane?
Yeah, this is Gauntlet Cube moment.
Oh,
yeah. Man, maybe this means that they're not going to finish off in 10th place. Because Cube is going to save Humble Life.
No, I mean, Dudu is playing most of the games right now. So.
No, but as the season gets on, that's when Cube powers up.
True.
It's just taking a little bit longer this time. Mickey not going to find that face breaker.
This is not a great news. You already had to push as a two-man against Akali when it's only level 7 in the mid lane.
Yeah.
There's already like level difference between the mid laners.
It's also really sad for Mickey because he only got assists in those kills. So leaving the lane, I mean, now that BDD is 2-0-0, he's so far ahead. It's Kuma over the wall. We need to see more from him. Not the death kind of see more. The killing kind is, oh no. Clid's level 6 as well, as once again BDD is going to do exactly the same thing. Clid gifted that kill, as now Mickey, he's fighting a dragon, but BDD is just going to ult on top of him. That is a good flash, and well timed there by Mickey. Knew exactly what to expect, and acted accordingly.
Trigger is level 6 though.
Yeah, and in he goes. Phenomenal kick from Clid as he safeguards himself out. And I'm sorry, Mickey, 1 versus 3 was never going to work. Trigger gets another Cyclone, but now Rule is very safe. And Clid with another Sonic Wave kill. What is this guy? Even lets his Ashe take the dragon kill.
That was such a great reaction by Clid. I mean, he could actually got one shot right there by Trigger, but Yeah, that was not enough. Cleat was just ready to just kick right after that dash from the Wukong.
Yeah, it kicked him mid-Nimbus strike as well. Just really impressive. So that means that Gen.G are able to take down this first Ocean Drake. Second one going to be a Cloud. We weren't able to check over the wall to see what the soul was this game. So it will be a surprise for everyone. As the Spear is going to miss Rascal. Lightning Rush, pretty good ability, but he does get slowed down. There's the Slicing Maelstrom. Zixu going to get stunned for a little while, but not too long, as these autos coming through with the last little bit of the red buff were enough to slow him down. That is going to be a kill. 2v1 on the top side. Mickey was even making his way in, so no way the Lightning Rat was going to get out.
Yeah, I mean, they used tempo already, so they have no right to just walk through the river. They should know that Gen.G's mid jungle is ready to fight in the river when Akali got 2 kills already.
Yeah.
I mean, they should know. They do not have tempo anymore, but they try to just walk on the river, which means they are just not focused enough right now, and they're not respecting enough right there. So
that was very close to that one picking up the kill there with the W out of center, but not going to happen, as we're going to check out Rascal getting taken down here. As no, he was smote by Kuma. Yeah, never mind. And the Ignite not going to be doing too much here for the Unsealed Spellbook. Kennen back to live. Almost a 1,000 gold lead here for Gen.G.
2 levels difference in the mid lane as well.
Yeah,
no,
BDD also 100% kill contribution to 0 and 3. So I think he's a bit upset with the fact that these 2 pesky mid laners in Showmaker and Chovy are knocking on his door when it comes to the POG points. Not happy about it. Missed out on it in the last game. Now maybe it's going to be the BDD show, as I think it's going to be difficult to argue for most other people after this early game, but let's see how it is going to go. All 5 members of SP trying to get up here as Life has the man drop. BDD tags up Mickey, ults on in there as there it is, the Grand Skyfall, and BDD just safely in his Shroud, Trigger down to 100, but there should be a 5-point strike available. Oh, the face break is good, and Trigger is going to escape. BDD has to flash as there's a showstopper to try and get a reposition, but it's just not quite enough. The Nara into the wall will take down Life, but there's Rascal with all of that lightning, and BDD stayed at 100 health for like the whole team fight, and is still going to walk away.
Everyone was just ready to take the fight here, even though Gen.G was not having a bot priority right there. They still have Ashe and Pantheon, so BDD with a great dash right there.
Yeah, so cool. Just really well played by Gen.G. From everyone, honestly, I mean, Rascal getting that flank, it's exactly the timing that you want to be utilizing the cannon once those cooldowns have actually been expended. So we're going to have a look at this one once again.
Hitting Shuriken on the set and dash on the Mia first, so you can attract all the players from the SeolHaeOne. Luckily, Mickey cancelled Akali's second dash, but yeah, Rascal with the Flash ultimate, he saved the day right there.
He was so close to getting ulted by Ixu there as well. As could have almost gone very wrong for Gen.G. In the end, very sneaky ninja there in the mid lane. Able to bait them all in.
So that's why always Kennen won the matchup when it comes to you're playing against Gnar, because of the difficulty when it comes to team fight, right?
Yeah, and I mean half the time it was Kennen playing on-hit Kennen and still having a lot of value in that matchup.
Yeah.
Trying to put my mind back quite a few years.
All
when the game was quite different. Yep, as Ixu's going to have to flash. Rascal getting on in here. The Wallop is going to connect though.
I mean, there was no reason, by the way, to just walk on the river. Just look at the vision. Kuma was on the bot side, and he should know that enemy jungle is on the top side. I mean, at least they do not have information, so he should not walk on the river, no?
Yeah.
But just randomly, he just walked on and lost flash. And I cannot understand that kind of moves, because those small details are not small when it comes to team game, right?
Especially not when you're up against Gen.G. This is a team that deserves all your respect. Here in the LCK, And Kuma, he's just so vital to this game, right? Like, he's the one that needs to be stepping up, not missing out. As Clip does take a big spear to the face. As another one is going to cascade forward. There's the showstopper, lands onto 4. Good face breaker. Mickey controlling the fight with the kickback onto Trigger, and BDD now trying to get his damage through as well. He's down to half. Rascal's here, and somehow, miraculously, no one on Gen.G died. Looks like Gen.G are going to give up this Cloud Drake, and Infernal Soul, a triple stack for both teams, is available.
Yeah, that was great start up by SeolHaeOne Prince though.
I mean, Mickey's played out of his mind.
Yeah, and also Trigger. Both players just synchronized their engage and almost got them all. But Cleat, again, saving the day with his kick right there. And
all right, Life was trying to block him off, but Ruler walking up into the minion wave wasn't a juicy enough target. Rascal going second item, Leandri's again. The salesman himself probably going to be happy about that one, as Rascal going to be hit by a spear for his trouble. Gunblade now completed for BDD. A little bit later, because of course the Seeker's Arm Guard came in for just the laning matchup. We're going to have a look at this one once again. I mean, look at Mickey. This is absolutely what you want.
And Trigger as well. That was really close. That, like, he almost got Cleat right there, but nothing happened. I mean, they stopped Dragon stacking from the Gen.G side, but yeah. Still, we could see that SeolHaeOne Prince has enough tool or power to take the fight. So I don't think this game is one-sided by Gen.G again. So
it's not over yet. You're absolutely right. There are 30 CS leads in every single lane. Gen.G certainly showing some power in that regard. As Mega Knight does need to be respected. He throws houses. Like, that's enough.
that's true.
Yeah. 2-0-6 for BDD. Still sitting on that scoreline. And he's only getting scarier from now on. I feel like Akali hits the Gunblade power spike and then just gets more, it's just worse and worse the more items that come in after that. There's like this one little moment that you have where you're going to be able to fight her. Of course, better now. Used to be that she was just banned every game. Now much more niche. See what BDD is going to be able to do as this game goes on. Looks like Kuma trying to get on over here, and that is a great ward from Rascal.
5 heads.
Play. Yeah. Boomerang's going to miss, and Rascal's like, stop chasing me, guys. You're not going to catch me. And now Clid understands that his bottom lane is wide open. He's going to come over and help take this turret.
They're pinging the ward that they have on the bottom side, SeolHaeOne Prince, but probably not able to look for TP behind as a Kong.
Yeah, and also I think the set was in vision and doesn't have teleport anyway. And look at all of those wards just lining the bottom side to make sure that Mickey's not able to do all of his crazy roam plays as Rascal repositions with a heal. Looking for that last mark of the storm there onto Ixu. Is going to find it with the Shuriken. But now SeolHaeOne Prince, they're going to converge. There is still a turret here. So Gen.G not going to get dove 4 versus 3. As Ruler did have arrow available also. So I like that SeolHaeOne Prince are looking for plays.
Yeah, as a team, you know. They're always moving as a team. So probably, even though they are not great laners, they can be still a great team.
They have the cheerleader.
Yeah.
Ixu the cheerleader. Definitely confidence is not something that SeolHaeOne Prince are worried about. They've got a lot of encouragement. It's just whether it's going to help them win this game.
And finally he didn't get the solo kill in the lane, so everything seems really fine.
Yeah. 1-1-1 at the moment is now BDD. We may have cast it first him instantly. Is now Clid looking for a Q. Lands it there onto Ixu. Looking for the kick. Gets the mini stun, and BDD. Perfect execution. Locks that one down. Tanks the turret for a while. Might need to do it again, but no. Safeguard going to help Clid out, and that is an easy dive.
Yeah, we cast Karstein.
Yeah, we did. Instantly. That's okay. BDD kept his 100% kill contribution, and that's the thing that really matters. As Rascal is going to get ulted here by Mickey. Haymaker avoided for the majority of the damage.
Yeah, no follow-up, so I mean, it's mid set. I mean, it's tank set on the mid lane, so he's not gonna get killed by himself. He need Trigger to take the kill right there. So I don't think Mickey can make any solo plays by himself. And I just want to see more of team fight coming in out from SeolHaeOne side, because they still have really great team fight composition, right? So I feel like they just need to group a little bit more than just going side, because the more they look for side plays, I think Gen.G, it's just Gen.G's favorite, you know, just go for
I mean, that's the
side
kind
lane.
of game that they want to play, right?
Yeah, they have 2 ninjas on the side lane as well, so it should be easier for them.
Ooh. You remember when having more than 1 ninja on your team lost you 1 stat?
Yeah.
You lost 1 HP for having more than 1 ninja.
Yeah,
Not supposed to do that, guys. The ninja comps are cool, but no, that's not how it's supposed to work. Ninja buff, that was in the first set of TFT, wasn't it? As, that's going to be the first Infernal Drake going over to Gen.G. Arrow is going to land. As Life is going to be snared, but does have his shield. He's going to be fine until that. A large amount of burst damage is now BDD going to go golden here immediately. Trying to dash out, Trigger in a lot of trouble, but BDD, he misses the second portion of the ulti and gets exhausted. Great Gnar to get the cannon out of there. And once again, we're going to have another team fight with a lot of buttons pressed, but not a lot of score at the top of your screen.
That was really great disengage by Iksu. And yes, some skill shots were just missing by BDD as well. So luckily, no one died right there. But that was really great play by both teams.
Yeah, it was really heads up from Trigger to make sure that he did move the correct direction after the decoy.
Oh, yeah.
Because BDD, I think he predicted correctly for the majority of people. The Trigger understanding that he needed to watch out for that second activation. And yeah, like you were talking about, I mean, we talk about Alistair as being that horrible cannon counter that you just never want to have available if you're going to pick cannon. Gnar is very similar.
I mean, he predicted the cannon flash, you know?
Yeah.
So that was really great play by Iksu. And yeah, I mean, Gen.G is obviously leading the game, but I don't feel like they're having great macro at all, because the game is slowing down and the team fight is not 100% yet. So I just want to see more vision control by Gen.G, because their jungle, I mean, SeolHaeOne's jungle is really dark.
Ooh dear, Clid. Roaming on down as there is the man drop from Life.
Slow.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's the arrow from downtown. Clid's going to be able to lock that one up very easily. Holds on to flash, holds on to kick. He will be able to get around and do even more in the next little while as well. As BDD's on a ward. Looks for the snare, but doesn't get it. And every single turret's still standing here for Gen.G. So, I mean, they are lacking in map control based on how well they have been just winning in the earlier stages.
Yeah.
However, they have crushed 4 turrets.
They're still getting it, you know?
Yeah. It's still happening.
Yeah, but the
Even if
way
it could
how
be
they
better.
get the advantage is not clean, that's what I'm saying. But anyways, yeah, there's no doubt that they're gonna win against SeolHaeOne Prince. And it just seems like they're just limit testing, you know?
I think they're having a really good time.
Yeah.
You know, it feels to me like it's like the coach giving Clid like a free pass if he's playing Lee Sin. He looks like he's just having the best time every time he's on this champion. Sometimes a little bit too much. As Ruler is going for a Flame Horizon here this game, sitting at 239 here at 23 minutes. Ain't bad at all. But when you compare that to 174, things are not going so well. For the Wukong, of course, you know, very, very difficult in the laning phase is now BDD. Converged on by many, many people. And it looks like finally this turret is going to go down.
But they're sacrificing both side lane pressure, so I'm wondering if they manage to do something right here more as a 5-man.
Yep, that's the flash base breaker as Kuma trying to find himself some spears, but Clid, he's found him, kicks him into the wall, good arrow lands onto Trigger, as there's the slicing maelstrom, the Akali grabs the kill onto the monkey, make that a double, as Mickey, the haymaker's there, but the health bar isn't, and Ruler is gonna lock him down. Clid finds a decent Q, but Gen.G finally finding some kills here on the map and might be able to convert to a Baron.
That was really great collapse by Gen.G. they got side lane pressure, so always easy to move or have team fight in the mid lane. And yes, SeolHaeOne, they really felt forced to do something because they grouped as 5. But the team fight was not great at all, and BDD is looking for the fight again.
Yep, doesn't have his ultimate available, but Ixu has to hop defensively, teleport in from Trigger.
Trigger has no ulti though.
Yeah, no ulti available, and there is a smite in this pit, so it is going to be cleared that locks that one down. Now 5 versus 4, the exhaust comes in onto Trigger. He tries to play it sneaky, but BDD, he doesn't care. He's going back onto that E every day of the week, as that's the fadeaway for Ruler. Life ain't done. Kuma, though, I think he is for this game. The Nidalee has not got the work done that she needed to. And now Gen.G have themselves a Baron, and I think this is looking much cleaner.
Yeah, much cleaner. This is what we've expected coming into this match. And also, the plays that we were looking for. BDD 4-man with the second ulti. That was just so clean. I mean, also, they're just super ahead, so it's not that special, but clean.
Yeah. And Ixu was also holding onto his ultimate because he saw that he'd been shuriken backflipped and then didn't actually ult-clit underneath the turret. I don't believe. I think he did have it available. But because BDD didn't go back,
yeah,
then he wasn't actually able to use it. As now Trigger's decoy is taking a lot of damage. As Ruler's going to QSS the showstopper, and Mickey finds himself now out of position. Haymaker comes in, he's moving very, very fast. So he's going to be okay. And now Ghost on cooldown, Ruler sidestepping
Rascal.
all of these. And Rascal has Flash, has Slicing Maelstrom.
And Ghost as well.
Yeah, and now he's looking just to knock down the top outer turret. Because, yeah, SeolHaeOne Prince don't really have structures this game. They did manage to take the mid outer turret. Otherwise, not getting too much value. And Ruler's Ashe just feels so safe all the time.
Yeah, the consistency of his Ashe performance is just so great. All the games that he played.
Oh, good wallop there onto BDD. Pushed into the inhibitor as well, goes Golden. Now Gen.G, they're trying to get forward, but the missed timing. Akali is going to go down, though. That might affect the Pog points, as Rascal's going to jump onto Ixu. Oh, the little baby Nah to get taken down here. Double kill for Rascal. As if one ninja goes down, there's always another one to take his place. As now Mia tries to go underwater as Mickey. That's a decent face breaker there onto Rascal, but he's going to get a last second. Zhonya's, and that is a very dead center in the backline as Klid just goes forward and assassinates him. This game, ladies and gentlemen, is over. The arrow just off cooldown delivered into the hands of Mickey. As that's a flash in from Ruler, and yeah, Mickey's pretty tanky right now. It's going to be tough to be able to lock that one down, and there it is indeed. Game over. Thank you very much for that one. Klid, pretty swift 2-0. Definitely what everyone was expecting here out of Gen.G. But it's good to see these guys having a good time on Summoner's Rift. You know, Klid back-to-back Lee Sin games, showing that he certainly still has the prowess, but also showing that he just likes to have fun.
Yeah, I mean, in fact, their performance was not clean, but their skill shots.
Oh yeah,
point.
It's like the mechanics was clean.
Yeah.
The decision-making, not so clean.
Yeah, probably they're just taking this match as a just practicing their mechanics.
Who's gonna get the Pog?
Does
it have to be BDD?
Yeah. Today I'll be a boring person, I think.
Is this gonna be back-to-back Pog champions for BDD this year? Might be what happens.
I'm not sure about it though.
We definitely shouldn't tell LS. Yeah. He does not want BDD to get too many more. Who else would have been an option?
Rolla or Klid.
Klid definitely made some things happen. I think when you play Akali like that, it just looks way too cool not to get the votes. I think he's gonna win no matter what you do, to be honest. I actually have a feeling it might be unanimous, so maybe we've just saved ourselves some embarrassment here. Or maybe not, I don't know. There was just a lot of sick play out of Gen.G there.
Yeah, I think maybe there will be a lot of like split votes from all the medias or the analysts, because also Rascal in mid lane, he showed up.
Yeah, Rascal's
ultimate
ultis are actually really good.
Yeah, but they're laughing. Yeah, I mean, it's really rough situation. You shouldn't cry though. Like
No, and
You
I
have
think
to-
you have to understand that this is Gen.G and you're SeolHaeOne Prince, and you're 1-10, now 1-11, and Gen.G, still with a shot
yeah,
to get first place again in back-to-back seasons. So
definitely
it's a
understandable.
different
Yeah,
situation.
definitely understandable situation, and also they should take this match as a great lesson
100%.
from one of the best team in LCK right now. So I think, yeah, both bot laners looked really horrible today, but
Although I think in the early game, Trigger and Mia looked better than what Hybrid and Secret looked like in game.
I
You
mean,
can understand why.
yeah, because of Mickey's from
Yeah.
the early game. But yeah, this play was such disrespectful from SeolHaeOne Prince because the tempo was gone after them making one play. I mean, just waiting for 4-man dive on the bot lane, and Gen.G was just predicting all the plays from SeolHaeOne Prince, you know? So they should respect Gen.G more. That they should, should have been at that brush after like 30 seconds waiting in the brush to dive 4-man on the bot lane. But yeah, they didn't do that, so they got punished.
Love that reposition from B2D, somehow surviving in this team fight for way too long. As, yeah, the second activation, like, Mickey had a really good series today. He actually did.
Yeah, he did, but nothing special happened because it was Gen.G that they were playing against.
Yeah. It's real rough. We're going to see this one again.
Oh.
Damn it, Mickey!
I mean, I think if Trigger focused on Fleet, maybe they could actually clean this out. But yeah, he's AD carry player, not Kong player, you know? So
Yeah, maybe.
Mastery should be
Lower level.
lower level than any other champions, you know? So
Trigger going to get exhausted here. This is where B2D grabs that kill, and this was when the game was over. Ladies and gentlemen, Baron certainly saw the end of it. Gen.G mainly just doing some limit testing like you were talking about. Let's have a listen.
모공 먼저 갖고
야 나를
W 8초
얘들아 어깨 깨자.
just look for the inhibitor,
Double touch,
guys.
공 40
나 라인 다 쌓고 가면 될 것 같은데.
Just stack the
오공
wave and
먹고
we can
세나
add.
노플
아, 예, 스턴 된다.
세나 노 플래시.
나핑 없다
방타가 안
핑
보여.
없다
I have no pink ward. Yeah, pink ward.
됐다.
Decent pink ward.
으아!
세 맞아
아 맞아.
리안이
Look.
초시계 W 7초
It has stopwatch.
죽여라 다 죽여라.
Just kill them all.
나 W 1초
아. 보성아 내가 너 살려주러 갔는데 우리 팀 아무도 안 오는 거 봤지?
I tried to save you,
동기 안
BDD,
버려.
but you saw every
우리 팀 동기
teammates were
버렸어.
not
나팀 안
helping
볼
you,
거잖아.
right? I was helping you though.
동기
That's
버려.
what Rascal said.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, so basically he is just like,
He's looking for friendship points.
yeah, friendship point by BDD.
I love it. I love it. As Rascal, I mean, I'd be looking for his friendship points, as he did the most damage in this game on the cannon. He was wailing on the Gnar the entire way through. This game was not close, ladies and gentlemen. This was definitely Gen.G having a bit of fun with multiple ninjas. And I think we're looking at Kuma mainly as the problem for this particular composition, because if the Nidalee doesn't do anything, I mean, you build a chain vest and you counter the whole team. So, I mean, you might need to build a little bit more than a chain vest, but you know what I mean? Like that Zonya's Hourglass that BDD had makes him feel like a god, and that's not how that item's supposed to work. As it is going to be BDD, moves up to 1,000 points, with
1K.
still, I think, 2 more matches to play. Man, he could be at like
Maybe back-to-back POG
1,400.
in the season.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think it could happen, man. Well, currently he's winning by 200 over second place, which is Chovy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm so happy that we have so many great mid laners in LCK right here.
We are spoiled. We are
Yeah,
spoiled.
and yesterday also Closer made such a great debut game as well, so we have so many.
I know.
Like Chovy, Showmaker, BDD,
I mean,
Faker.
T1 has 2 of them that are really
Close.
exciting at the moment. It's not very fair.
Yeah. But still, yeah, in LPL there is so many good, great mid laners, so
Yeah. I mean,
I'm waiting for 2020 Worlds, man.
I know that's what we need, because like everyone is so terrified of Rookie at the moment because of the form that he's in And Knight, the fact that he could be finally making it onto the international stage against every other region will be very, very exciting. But he has player of the game Lord BDD potentially waiting for him as well. And think about it, if we send Chovy, BDD, and Showmaker, are you ever going to be upset about our mid representation?
No.
But then also if T1 gets in and we send Faker, we're always going to be happy with that. So I think it's just a really good time to be an LCK fan at the particular moment. That's before Worlds and not until like after we lose.
Yeah.
That's when it feels really bad. But now we're full of hope. And this is a reinvigorated LCK as well. We saw that Gen.G, a team known for playing very, very slowly, was over a kill a minute, I think, in both of these series. That's definitely fantastic stuff. So let's go to the MVP interview. So take it away, Jason.
Thank you very much, guys. Let's hear from Ruler BDD, the hyper carriers from Gen.G picking up 2-0 win up against SeolHaeOne Prince. Congratulations on the win. How do you feel? First, Ruler. Well, in game number 2, it was a bit risky as I died in the very early phase, but rest of the players are performing so well, so I'm glad that we won. What about you, BDD? Well, I couldn't sleep because of the mosquitoes last night, so I was so irritated, but I'm happy that we were able to get a win. I mean, despite all of the facts, you are on the 1,000 point, on top of the board right now. How do you feel? Nothing really special, it just feels good. I guess 1,000 POG points doesn't really mean much for BDD. First off, well, we had a very much of a premier series up against DRX, Diamond Cut Diamond series. However, you guys were not able to walk away with a win. What was the feedback about after that match? We were doing a great job, but actually it was us that made us to lose. So we were talking about that, and also we were trying to do our best in our upcoming matches. So coming into today's series, SeolHaeOne Prince is also one of the teams that kind of tries a very aggressive playstyle. So were you guys following their playstyle, or was that just intention from the first place? We don't really think too much about fights, and because SeolHaeOne Prince were kept looking for fights, we were also taking those fights. Well, this time around, we had a very unexpected drafts coming out from Gen.G, especially letting through Twisted Fate and Set and picking Listen as a first pick on the blue side. Can you break it down for us? Because the tier list always shuffles every time, every week. That was the main reason why. And going back to game number 1, we had a very early kill coming out from the bottom lane. Let's take a look at the highlights. I mean, this engage was really cool, and Life did a great job, but let's rewind a little bit further. So we saw that you guys were manipulating the minion wave to delay the level 2 timing of Kalista. Because we saw them coming in for an invade very late, we knew that, well, some of our jungle will be taken down by SeolHaeOne Prince, so we wanted to have a winning trade on the laning phase, and we were able to kind of pull that off into a kill later on. In that game, you hit more than 1,000 DPM. How do you feel about that stat? I mean, because I was super fat, I was not too surprised. Is there any other stat that you wanna kind of refine? The laning phase, the EXP difference at 15 minute mark, or CS difference at 15 minute mark. And Ruler and Life, you guys are doing a fantastic work during the laning phase. I think that's gonna be happen soon enough. And Trigger and Mia subbed in game number 2. How did the players react to it? We were a little bit worried because we were not sure what kind of champions they are gonna pick, but Senna Wukong was one of the meta comps, so we weren't too surprised.
그렇게 픽구도 잡혔을 때는 뭐 라인전 애쉬 판정도
Well,
훨씬 더 강하게 보실 수 있다.
I also want to ask you about the bottom lane comp, especially like Ash Pantheon.
판테온 쪽이 라인전 자체는 더 세다고 생각해서
Well, we think that Ash Pantheon has stronger laning phase.
뱀픽에서 조이가 밴도 픽도 되지 않았거든요.
In game number 2, Zoe was neither banned or picked. Was that because you guys anticipated that Seth will be coming on to mid lane? Well, looking at their first phase of the pick and ban, we knew that picking some of the AP champions will not that ideal, so that was the main reason why. But on Kali, actually, you took Conqueror instead of Fleet Footwork. Was that something about your confidence, or was that about the matchup? Seth is a champion that can have lane priority up against any champions coming in lane. So after the first base, I was looking to kind of leverage all the priority with the item purchase and the Conqueror stacks.
오늘의 경기력은 몇 점 주실 수 있는지.
And BDD,
전에서 1.5점 주셨거든요.
another time to get the BDD ratings over here. Last time it was 1.5 up against SeolHaeOne Prince. Well, game number 2, I kind of missed where the opponents were and I failed to give them the right call. I would like to give 1 out of 10 for today.
룰러 선수가 BDD에게 좀 점수를 매겨준다면.
What about you, Ruler? How would you like to rate BDD? 9.9 out of 10.
네, 그렇습니다. 초반에 롤러 선수 근데 경기 초반에
In the early phase, yeah, as BDD mentioned, Mickey came down to the bottom lane and picked up a kill onto you. I mean, I was so surprised, like I almost had a heart attack. But I also believed in my teammates that they were gonna do a great job for me.
젠지 진짜 정말 잘하는 것 같습니다.
네, 그렇습니다.
I mean, yeah, every 5 player on the side of Gen.G can carry the game.
활약이 돋보이고 있는데 서로
And Ruler and Life, you guys are really popping off here in the LCK. So how's your teamwork like? We've been playing together for a bit of a time now, so our teamwork is really good. And Life is always improving, so it's always getting better. Yeah, a lot of people are actually highlighting your performance, but some of the Gen.G fans are actually disappointed that Life is outshined a little bit. What are your thoughts on that? About the laning phase? Well, it's actually all on me. But at the same time, Life is really good at looking for a very unexpected angle. So yeah, I think he deserves more credit.
네, 이어지는 다음 경기는 담원과의
Your next match opponent will be Damwon Gaming. Another big match coming in. What's your resolution for that series? I mean, we've been taking down Damwon Gaming for a lot of times, and also we have to take them down again, so we have to do our best. BDD, you are going up against Showmaker, and this mid lane competition will be the cherry on top in that series. What's your mindset going into that matchup? I'm not paying too much attention about things that going outside of the game, and the Damwon series will be the most important match out of all the remaining series, so I will do my best in that match. This will be the end of the interview with Ruler BDD from Gen.G.
네, 수고하셨습니다.
And once again, congratulations on the win.
롤러 선수 BDD 선수와 인터뷰 나눠봤습니다.
Now it's time to check out the renewed standings in the LCK.
Thank you so much, G-Sun, and here we are at the standings. Freaker and DRX are about to face off against one another, and DRX, despite their recent loss, are still there in first place. But Gen.G just continuing to widen that gap between the top 3 and T1.
Yeah, there is particular like top 3 and middle 5 and bottom 2.
Yeah, there very much is. The middle 5, though, I think is like really interesting because it ranges from 4 to 8 wins, right? But we've got the entire way up. So it could still go in a variety of different ways, still quite a few games. We're not necessarily harping on about that every game matters as much as they are over in the LEC, but it does matter a bit. This one that we just had today didn't matter that much, to be perfectly honest.
That's true.
Because SeolHaeOne Prince, they're not going to make playoffs.
But the second match is really important.
The
for
second
both
match
teams,
is super hype. And remember, this is the Afrika Freaks that have just got records when it comes to winning games. See whether they can use that momentum up against a wounded DRX when we return from a very, very long break.